Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to talk to you about how can I make my offer as a purchaser as competitive as possible in a seller's market. Here in the DC metro area, we are currently experiencing a seller's market and have been for several months. That's a combination of low interest rates and historically low inventory currently on the market. So you're a purchaser, you've lost several offers. What can you do to make sure that you're the winning offer on your next bid? Well, there's several things you can do. First and foremost, before you begin the process of actively searching for homes and bidding on properties, make sure you've been pre-approved by a qualified lender. Now, there's a difference between pre-approved and pre-qualified. Many lenders out there will give you a pre-qualification lender with no problem. Problem is, a savvy listing agent and seller will delineate between pre-approved and pre-qualified. Pre-approved means you've actually gone through the application process with a lender. They've underwritten your financial requirements, meaning your DTI or debt to income ratio, relative to the LTV or the loan to value of the property. By doing the pre-approval, that puts you in a better position and a more financial secure position than any other buyer that you're competing against that has a pre-qual letter. That's step number one. Step number two, you have the pre-approval, provide your financial information. Many people aren't comfortable with this. What I recommend is not providing any account numbers, etc., but show the seller where your funds are coming for your down payment, for your closing costs, any additional funds that you're going to be putting towards the transaction. Make the seller feel comfortable. Let them know, hey, I'm here, I'm motivated to buy your property, and I have the funds to do so. Most buyers, even in today's market, aren't doing that. Get the leg up, provide the financial information with your pre-approval letter, and get that bid. Third tip. In highly competitive environments where there's multiple offers, and we're seeing these on a regular basis now, sometimes 7, 8, even 10 offers on a property, one great step you can take is a pre-inspection on the property. This does two things. One, it allows you to access the property before offers are reviewed with a home inspector in order to do a thorough top to bottom search of the property to see if there are any concerns or defects to the property that would persuade you from making your offer. Number two, you have that much more information than anyone else that's bidding on the property and can now remove your home inspection contingency from the offer. There is risk associated with this, and you need to consult your real estate professional, but I've done it on multiple occasions and it's been highly successful. Protects not only you, but makes you more competitive in the bidding environment. Fourth tip, talk to the seller and the listing agent as a real estate professional and make sure that they are doing this for you as the purchaser, and that there's an open line of communication so that the buyer and the buyer's agent understand what's most convenient for the seller. Make sure that your settlement date is in line with what the seller's motivations and objectives are. Maybe a 30-day quick settlement is ideal. Maybe it's actually 60 or 90 days because their kids are still in school. Have that information up front so that when you structure your offer, it's as competitive as possible. Finally, there's some additional tactics that you can take to make your bid as strong as possible, and we are in fact seeing these in this marketplace. A clean offer. A clean offer is considered an offer with no contingencies whatsoever, which would mean your traditional home inspection, financing, and appraisal contingencies are waived. Now, we are seeing those in these markets. So we've previously talked about waiving the home inspection, but now we're talking about waiving your financing and appraisal as well. Well, this goes back to what we discussed before. Having that pre-approval up front should give you the confidence of potentially waiving that financing contingency because you've already taken some of those steps to ensure you're not going to have any surprises when that financing period comes along. On the appraisal side, work with your real estate professional to pull sold comps to make sure that you're within range and that you feel comfortable with the value of the home that you're purchasing and fully understand the risks of the appraisal contingency and what that means for your purchase. And finally, here's another really creative way to improve the strength of your offer. Consider paying the seller's closing costs. Closing costs run roughly 3%. And when I say pay the closing costs, not commissions necessarily, but transfer recordation fees and maybe even the attorney's fees. Most importantly, what that does is it protects both you and the seller from any appraisal issues on the price of that property. Rather than increasing your bid to say 510, 515, you're able to offer them a concession, keeping the price consistent at that 500 level. This keeps your appraisal intact and increases the competitiveness of your bid. Thank you very much. Hopefully you found that information helpful. Have a productive day, and I'll see you on the next video.